As humans, we are prone to very many interesting quirks of behavior, things that we don't quite think about because we're viewing these behaviors internally. Well, we're viewing them from the inside out, so we don't get to see them quite as objectively as we see the behaviors of other organisms. I think the way that we emulate celebrities is kind of one such interesting trait that we would be able to see much more clearly if we could think of ourselves in more objective terms. We see the people that have achieved success and have achieved fame and very extreme cultural and social validation, and we try to become them. Now, back in the day meaning like tribal times, this would have been a very beneficial thing because we would have been emulating the best hunters, the best trackers, the best artisans and craftsmen, and those kind of skills, the things that would have been socially validating because they would have been really good for the group, really beneficial for the long-term survival of the group. And so emulating them would have been a very good thing because, you strive to become the best hunter. Well, then you're going to find more food and your whole society is going to be better off. But today, we're emulating people for things that are not quite so beneficial all the time. We're emulating celebrities that have become celebrities through sometimes really bureaucratic processes and political processes. A lot of these celebrities, they're where they are now because we're kind of valuing the wrong set of traits, I think. We're not valuing traits that will help us really advance. We're valuing like entertainment and stuff like that. And entertainment's good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not good. But entertainment shouldn't be our primary focus, and it's become a massive focus these days. And it's kind of it's a convenient little instrument for those on top to distract us, as they always have. Romans, when Rome started to collapse, the citizens were distracted. Well, not even just when it started to collapse, but at various points in Roman history, especially when things started to go wrong with the government. They would distract the populace with games, with things that were really of no consequence. I mean, they were of consequence in a certain way that they distracted people from bureaucratic politicking and from the economic mayhem that was befalling them. But we do this today. We emulate. It's a convenient tool for those on the top to kind of rein in thought among the populace. And we follow right along because it's part of our instinct. It's part of our instinct, and I don't really like the word instinct because I don't think instinct and species are two words that I'm not really sure put a quite accurate idea in people's heads. But I'll get to that at another point. But for the ease of explanation, we have an instinct to emulate these people who have achieved social validation. Social validation is also like a really evolutionary beneficial thing. Because if we're socially validated, well, society is going to praise us. They're going to lavish goods and wealth upon us because they like what we provide for them. And so that's going to help our long-term survival if we're being super socially validated. And because it does that, because we're being validated and being bestowed with wealth and honor, we can be better equipped to nurture our DNA into the future. So it would also be very evolutionarily beneficial for others to emulate this so that they will be able to achieve the same thing. Because we're all working to propagate DNA into the future. The DNA organism is trying to survive this sea of time.
Literally navigating through the sea of time, through multiple different channels.
As environment changes, it adapts and survives through time. And whatever mechanism it can find to do that and to ensure that that happens, it's going to want to take. But sometimes I think we can get off on the wrong track